In the Wings is a podcast that table reads amateur or unpublished scripts with a rotating group of actors. The playwrights completely own the rights and intellectual property of their scripts. If you would like to produce a script, please contact us at the podcast, and we will make every effort to connect you with the playwright. Email us at inthewings.pbp@gmail.com.
Lights, sound. We're at the top of the show. Let's have a good show. Warning, house cues 1, 2, 3. Warning, pre-show cues 1. House to half. Pre-show music fade. House out. Pre-show music out. Like cue 1. Go. Today's podcast is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. We're going to show you a little bit of what we do behind the scenes to prep for one of these podcasts. We separate our scripts into 3 piles. One pile is we don't think that's appropriate for our podcast. The second pile is a script that the author may have said, hey, what can I do to make this better? Or one that we think is still in development. And then the final scripts are the ones that are a little bit more complete, a little bit more prepared to be read in a table read setting. So today, we divvy up the parts and then we talk about what we liked about the play and what we think needs improvement or to get us to where we will be completely engrossed in it. Thank you for sitting back and listening to In the Wings.
My name is Leah. We are in the Wings. We are doing the deployment.
I am Donnie. I'm playing Curtis, a 46-year-old cook.
I'm Cheyenne. I'm playing Annie, an 18-year-old waitress who is a determined hard worker.
I'm Clayton, a 20-year-old boy who's in love with Annie and is in the Army.
My name is Trinity, and I'll be playing Sarah, a 23-year-old waitress.
Setting. The play takes place on a summer day in a Waffle House from 4 to 7. At Rise, it's 4, and Dalen is driving in his truck to Waffle House.
I hope she says yes. I really like her. She's so beautiful. Yes, sir. I'll be there as soon as I can.
I don't know why he's here. He should know I like to work. When I'm at work, I love my job.
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I came to see you and to eat. I got a call from base saying I have to be there as soon as I can. I'm being deployed.
So, you're leaving already?
I have to. That's what I came for. I would like to steal you away for a little while before I go.
I can't. I have to work. I can't leave now.
Annie, we need you to take tables. It's a full house.
I don't understand how she does it. She's on the verge of crying. Now she has everyone taking care of it and smiles like nothing ever happened. Oh God, I think I'm in love. I don't want to leave her alone. Maybe if I talk to Sarah, I can take her on a date. Hey Sarah, are you okay if I take Annie away for 30 minutes? I'm about to be deployed and I want to take her out before I leave.
I think it'll be okay as long as she finishes up and can be back in about 2 hours.
But I have a job to do. I have people to serve. I have side work. I can't go out in yoga pants and my Waffle House uniform.
I have some of your clothes still in my car. You're finished for now. Sarah can handle it. Go out with Dalen. We both know he's a gentleman, and you both deserve each other. Go before he leaves while you still have a chance.
Matter of fact, you don't even have to come back tonight.
I can't believe you're already leaving. I thought we'd have more time. We're not even an official couple yet, and now we don't have a chance to be one.
I know, darling, and we have now. That's what counts. I couldn't imagine coming home to anyone but a loving, caring, loyal, and beautiful, hard-working girl like you.
So, what are you saying?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh. This place is beautiful. The food is amazing.
I only aim to please. So would you like to be the girl I come home to? The girl I watch over my things?
What are you asking me?
Will you be mine?
1,000 times yes.
My name's Justin. I'm a senior at In the Wings. I picked this week's play of, I read through this and I had like 4 other of us read through it, and I guess I kind of picked it. This week I kind of picked it because we had like 5 that we were gonna do, and then I picked this one because it had the best format. The others were handwritten, so we'll have to type those up. But I also picked it to be eligible. I don't know, kind
Why
of
did you pick it? Like,
because
not just the format, like.
well, yeah, I'm going off like at the end of like once we graduate, I'll be off in the Air Force, and so I guess that's why it also kind of compelled. It was like, okay, cool, yeah, I can kind of identify with that. The girl I'm with now, I kind of see her like in Annie's position. Yeah, so I guess I kind of felt a little more relation than the rest of the plays. And so I guess we have a few questions for me and for the group.
So what do we think about this play?
It was short.
Yeah.
It was
Not
sad.
too much to it. It was sad and
I
short.
feel like it wasn't realistic. Like Cheyenne said, it was really short, and I feel like you didn't get to have all the details, and there's a lot of.
There was a lot of stuff skipped also, like the stage directions, and one of them was like you went to the spaghetti factory, and obviously you can't see that because
like
you're a
we were just at
podcast.
IHOP, like.
Yeah, it was
Or
also
Waffle
House.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so I think that's also what's gonna be. He's gonna edit in like the sounds of the vehicle and then the phone ringing when he gets the call. Next question.
What could we change about this play?
Make it longer.
Give them more emotion.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I don't think it's the play that has the emotion. The actors are the ones who give it emotion. Even if it's a short play like this and you don't have a lot to go off from, it's still the actors in the end who give it the emotion. But I do think it needs more details, and it has a lot of empty spots that needs to be filled. Like,
It's definitely
who's Curtis? Like, we don't even know who Curtis is. Like, who's Sarah to Annie? I almost said Anna. Who's Sarah to Annie? You know, like, it's just, I know it's a short play, like it's a 10-minute play, but it still
not
doesn't.
10 minutes.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be 10 minutes, but it doesn't give you enough.
It's definitely a stage play. Like when y'all got to the spaghetti factory, I didn't even know it's a spaghetti factory. I guess I overlooked that, but like I feel like there should have been like a waitress there, like, or a hostess, like, well, I'm the spaghetti factory. Let me take your order.
Yeah, or like on the car ride there, like
Yeah, like.
Where do you want to go?
conversation.
Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
Then there was
conversations in the
there was
car.
a
Besides
few things-
talking about.
And like you walked up like 8 times out throughout the play.
Oh, what?
Like you apparently like, you
Oh,
walked
yeah, I
into the
walked-
conversation
yeah.
and it was just like, oh, she just kind of appeared. Was she listening the whole time or what? Next question. So well, kind of a follow-up question. How could we like make it longer? Like
Adding more detail to their conversation about him leaving, about why, about
Yeah.
how.
We
So,
don't
like,
even know
add to the story.
what branch he's going to. Like, he's going to the military, but
We don't
Yeah.
know exactly where.
We don't know
Whatever.
the story of.
why do you like
well, did
working
it even
at like?
say that he was going to the military?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said it, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But like it could be
No,
like
we didn't.
yeah,
No, it
well,
just
yeah,
said
did.
that he was
It
getting
said,
deployed.
I would say,
Yeah,
I'll
it
be
said
there,
he
sir.
So he could be a mercenary. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But like it could also elaborate on like why do you like your job at Waffle House? Like I
Yeah,
used to wait
like, she-
tables. That was.
No
I wouldn't
one
mind
loves
waiting
their job.
tables.
What character do you think had the opportunity to have like the most arc and the most story out of the play?
Annie.
Annie?
Yeah.
Why,
I
why
think
that?
it was Dalen. I mean, both of them, they both need a lot more detail with them, but like I feel like they both could have like a lot. But I feel like Dalen has more because he's going into the military and
But
Wherever he's going, I mean,
yeah, wherever.
well, also I feel like it could be Annie because like it could tell the side of the story that we really don't get to see, like the wife or the girlfriend or
yeah, like
husband.
in the movies, like in the military movies, you see the war part, but you don't see the,
Yeah, you
the
see the
wife
coming
that he
home.
leaves to, go
Kid,
fight
yeah.
for
Until the
freedom.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see
But
the
and then even then you barely see it. You just see them reunite and then that's it. Like
Yeah.
you don't see how the life is at home.
you don't see the struggle of like losing hope, losing your probably your main source of income. The struggle of like, oh, I got all these other people trying to court me. If we're going back to old time period, but all these other suitors presenting themselves, but they have to stay faithful. Like, no, my soldier is coming home. But also,
and this couple is not even married. Like they're just
They're
now
not
starting
even
to date.
yeah.
Like they're like
They're not
gonna
even dating
this
yet.
could be a
I'm so
great story.
confused.
It really
a
could.
great story.
It just
Like,
needs some work.
Not even the military side,
It needs a
just
lot
like
of
the
work.
home
The
side
whole-
of it.
Needs a lot.
We don't even know how old she is either. Like she could
She's
be in
18.
high school.
Yeah, it says 18.
But we don't know if she's in high school. We don't know if
Right.
she's graduated yet. She could be just now starting
Yeah, you
just
could've
now starting
dropped
college.
out.
She could have dropped
Right.
out, right? She.
They might not even
We
offer
need to-
education when you
We
live.
don't know what she does, man. Like,
Why you so
Okay,
angry?
so like when we was just doing the read through, I thought like I was like kind of rejecting him. Like I didn't know the storyline, and I thought it was more of like a rejection type thing. Because my first line or something was like, "What is he doing here? He knows I'm at work or something like
I
that."
cares more about her job than she does about.
So okay.
why does
So-
she care so much about her job? Like,
Right.
That brings it back to the other question.
Well,
So
she's-
okay, Donnie, you have something to say?
I was gonna say maybe she had like to bring money home for something.
Yeah.
And also, she wasn't really in a relationship with him, so I don't like.
story
She wouldn't be so excited to
Yeah.
see him anyways.
But
Yeah.
the story can go so deep. Anyways,
But then she
Yeah.
got excited about
But-
him when like.
Oh yeah.
okay, so
It's just so.
so
I don't understand.
speaking about the balance between her job and home life and her relationship in Dalen, did you identify a theme or purpose to the play that needs to be explored?
Huh?
Like,
Right.
I
Right.
wasn't paying attention. I don't think.
You guys are ridiculous. And
Theme
did
or
you
purpose?
did you identify like an overall theme like
No.
love is stronger than miles?
No.
Where's the love?
Right.
They don't even know each other.
But
I don't know. I guess
a
a theme.
purpose.
Maybe
Maybe
this
it's,
play is too short.
well no, come on, let's be
We're
let's
just
think
really
something
hating
positive.
on this writing.
Well,
I don't
no,
even know
like
who
it was a
is.
good play. Like
Yeah.
the writing was good. It just needed more.
More-
That's the only thing.
more
But
to
yeah,
the
I think
story.
this is from her sophomore
Yeah.
year.
But
Did she
the
still go here?
theme.
I don't understand.
Theme.
Like
I guess the theme would be, kind of like.
coworkers got your back, I guess.
No,
Be right.
I mean,
But how did they know he was such a good guy? Like he
Yeah.
must have came
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
How
more
did they
than-
know?
I
Well,
thought
because-
he was a 40-year-old in love with her.
Because
her.
he has to come around often because
Yeah, I
like
thought-
she
okay,
recognized
wait.
his truck. She was like, we're not even officially dating yet, so they must have been talking. And then can we just address the fact how Curtis had her clothes in his car?
Yeah.
That's
Do
the
they live-
same thing.
Do they live together?
Exactly. I was wondering that too.
Are they just best friends?
So many
Is
questions,
Curtis
no
gay?
answers.
I mean,
Like,
Curtis is 46. If he's best friends with an 18-year-old,
maybe I didn't even know
Uncle.
he was 46.
Uncle.
Yeah, maybe an uncle
Oh,
or
yeah.
a brother or something.
But still,
Dad,
why would my
maybe a
clothes
dad.
being in his car?
Overall, what is like one thing that you really liked about this play? It's cliche, but it does need to be explored.
I like
Like-
the idea.
Yeah, like it's not no, it's not realistic. It's not realistic, but the situation where you have a relationship long distance, that happens a lot. That's like really common, whether it's long distance because, you know, you just live far away or because of work, like the military or whatever, or just because, you know, you moved away, like stuff like that. There's a lot of things in a relationship that happens.
I also think within the short lines, as we keep addressing, I do think it still speaks volumes because Dalen, I feel like the way his character was set up, he's pursuing this girl, but she's kind of like, I feel like she's scared. Like she's scared to stay, but she's also scared to go into that relationship. And so, short lines, but if you dig with it, I feel like you can find that. And she made that pretty easy to find that Dalen is the one pursuing Annie. And I wonder if they knew each other before she was 18.
Can you
They
like?
probably did. I mean, from what it seems, sorry I interrupted you, but from what it seems, it looks like it's a small town, just because of like, you know, Sarah doesn't really know him, but like knows what his car looks like, knows like who he is,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So like I'm thinking it's a small town.
You got something to say, Cheyenne?
Can you like connect yourself to the story? Like, can you imagine, like, just working at your job and your future boyfriend comes in and
I
was
don't
like,
have a boyfriend.
"Oh, I'm getting deployed," and like, "Oh, let's go on a date." Like that's crazy. And then like they
feel like
become
I've seen
official
that in a
right
movie.
before they get deployed, or like
Yeah.
that just seems really crazy and
Oh yeah, so
you
like,
said, unrealistic.
yeah, they weren't even dating, but then they just got engaged. That was.
No, they didn't get
Wait, they
engaged.
didn't
Yes, they
engaged.
did. He was like, "Will you
Going
be
too
mine
fast.
1,000 times?" Yes.
That doesn't mean
That's
they
not
get engaged.
Okay. Oh wait. Can we? Here's the here's the last stage direction after she says 1,000 times yes. Annie drives Dalen to the base to be deployed. They exchange goodbyes, and he gives her his belongings, keys, and everything. She can get in your apartment.
Or
But
got
like
rid of it.
when you go to the military, like you can't keep anything with you. So like she could have given that to like his parents or whatever, like and just not said anything. We don't know the backstory of this play. Like we don't know the backstory of these characters. So like
We should write
like yeah,
Yeah.
Dalen could trust Annie enough like that, but we just don't know it because we don't see that in the previous.
Or maybe he's just crazy and lovesick.
Yeah.
Because the way he talks about her, he's just like, oh yeah, I really hope she says yes. I really like
I'm
her,
in
and
love
she's
with
just
her.
he
Like,
talks to
how are
himself.
you in love with her? You barely even talked to her out of this whole play. Like,
It's
what?
like she's conflicted between going with you and staying at her job.
Right, exactly.
Hard worker or
Obviously.
not.
Like, and why aren't you focused on the military? Like, you're about to go leave for months upon months without any type of communication, and you're saying that you're in love with this like girl. Like,
Well, he can write a letter if
yeah,
all else
but
fails.
that's
Dear-
different. Like, a letter is
Dear Waffle House employee,
like, and you
I
get
regret to inform you.
you only get a letter every few days, and the first for the Marine Corps at least, for the first 2 weeks you don't get any type of communication, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
when the dude goes through the crucible, that's for like a whole week where you don't get to
Oh yeah,
talk
so
to
yeah,
him at all.
basically like boot camp, no communication. So we gotta close this out because this is going too long. Nope. Last point.
I wanted to point out that Trinity played Sarah and Don't You Love Me and Sarah in here. I noticed that like from
I
the
didn't play
very.
Sarah and Don't You Love Me.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did. Never mind.
Wow.
She's
Spoilers.
a kid. Shakana's the one that
Wow.
played.
And
Alright.
Kasia.
Thanks,
But I mean,
guys.
we did have a Sarah though. So.
Never mind.
Once again, we're in the wings. Thanks for sitting and listening to this train wreck of a questionnaire. I've been Justin.
Clayton.
Donnie.
Leah.
Cheyenne.
Trinity.
Trinity's forgot her name. Y'all stay beautiful.
That's all you know.
It's not stopping.
In the Wings podcast accepts submissions of unpublished 10-minute plays through email, PDF, and Google Doc formats. We retain the right to make enough copies for actors, plus one for our script archive. We do not claim copyright of the script and IP in the script. The playwright maintains all ownership of their work. Please send your submissions to inthewings.pbp@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to In the Wings podcast. If you'd like to help us with a donation, please email us at inthewings.pbp@gmail.com.